That's okay. That's not okay. Well, okay, that's not okay. Generic Control and the Duck Goes to Me. Here back with another nostalgic video. Today we're doing the animated Lord of the Rings by, I believe, Ralph Bakshi. I believe he did another movie that was like cool something. I don't really know. It was a very off-the-wall, crazy movie. I didn't even know they made an animated Lord of the Rings. I have actually seen Lord of the Rings, which is going to surprise a lot of people. Last week's video was The Odd Life of Timothy Green, I want to say, which absolutely never heard of that. You can check my reaction to that. I'll leave it right up there. Also, link down below in the description, and should also be in a playlist that has all of my nostalgic videos. I got to figure out how to put them on this channel, because for some reason I can add them to the playlist that's on the other channel, Duck Goes Moo channel, but I can't like do that. I can't have that playlist appear on this channel, which is really weird, but this is going to be interesting nonetheless. Shout out to the patrons. They get all the videos a day early. This is also on the Duck Goes To or the Moo Goes Duck, the new alternate channel where the nostalgic videos are apparently moving to, but or where they're going to be for the foreseeable future. So I hope you are subscribed. I'm still reading your comments. Leave them down below. Let me know what the next one should be. This was highly requested in the comment section of last week's video, and that's why it was picked. But this is going to be very interesting. I can't imagine what Ralph came up with this time, but let's go ahead and find out. All right.
This episode brought to you by HelloFresh.
Okay.
Delicious pre-measured ingredients and simple chef-made recipes delivered to your doorstep every week.
Okay. Well, this is going to be interesting. Also, skip the intro. This is on the alternate channel. Duck Goes To, the Moo Goes Duck, where nostalgic videos are going to be. Just, you know, make my audience less, I guess, diverse. But that way we can keep having nostalgic critic on the channel, and or I can continue to react to nostalgic. If you're a patron, it's all the same. But I could do this out to patrons. Shout out to them. And I read all your comments. Let me know what the next video should be. But yeah. I remember Ralph did it was cool something. I'm sure he's gonna talk about it. I forget what it's called. It's just cool.
Guy, remember it?
Sigh.
Hello?
Sigh.
Why, do you have something to say, real
Dude,
Tolkien fan?
Tolkien was so long ago.
The misfortune that you have to review that god-awful animated Lord of the Rings.
The Ralph Bakshi one? No, I mean, I've talked about it before in the past, and even though I do like the Jackson films more, I do think there's a lot of good things about it.
No, there's not.
I'm sorry I did nothing for you, but I actually got quite a bit out of it.
No, you did.
Were they before
I got out of it?
Because no real fan would enjoy something so beneath us.
Oh, is that so, real movie fan? God,
Oh.
your parents give you weird names.
Yes, we smelt the stench of this film and wanted to congratulate you for tearing it apart.
Look,
He's
I know
not going
this film
to.
isn't that beloved, but honestly, I think it gets
This is
way
before
too
the
much
other
hate.
Lord of the Rings.
Double gasp.
I hope you mean that ironically.
No, I legit really like this film.
Are you not
Okay.
aware of the masterpieces that are the Peter Jackson movies?
Though wait, are we at the point
I
where
enjoyed
you
The
decide
Hobbit
them
more
yet?
than
No,
Lord of
we
the
have to wait
Rings.
for one more botched
Sue me.
Tolkien project, and then we can say we always thought they were overrated.
Oh.
Okay, I know a lot of
How's
people
that
make
even
fun of this
going,
movie,
that show?
especially after the Peter Jackson trilogy came out, but I still think there's a lot to praise about it.
Nope, there's nothing.
Not one thing, huh?
It's just a crazy film by a crazy man who doesn't understand cinema or Tolkien.
You want to say that to my face, you elitist
Hello, Rob.
bastard?
Oh, great, you got Ralph Bakshi involved.
So what?
It's kind of like social distancing. Far away, there's a lot to study. Up close, it might be dangerous.
Well, good thing we're extremely far away.
Doesn't Ralph actually show up
Come
in...
closer.
Was Ralph in one of his videos? Oh, well.
Did you do that?
Things rarely make sense with him.
Oh yeah, well, Peter Jackson took years to film his masterpieces, and you lazily told people to draw. I appreciate what the
What?
real talent is at.
Oh, you're so right. That's why I mailed you a present for being so smart.
Oh, really?
So you have.
Oh, no.
Well,
Punch?
how kindly
Punch in a box?
Kindly be so kind. Ah!
Oh. Okay.
How dare you call me lazy, you brainless babbling bimbo? Do you know how many armies I had to direct in the freezing cold? How many directors said this couldn't be filmed? How many fans?
But I thought it was animated.
including Peter Jackson may not have heard of Lord of the Rings if it weren't for me.
Yeah.
Wait,
maybe
really?
we should give a little background before we go any further.
Yeah, what? Yeah, I guess this is before.
First off, nobody, including the people that made it, would call this film perfect. But it did take more steps in furthering recognition for both animation
Wait,
and
so-
Tolkien than many give credit. In the 70s, animation was in kind of a strange time. Disney was turning out very few films, and what they did turn out was not as mind-blowing as they once were. So this opened the door for other animators to experiment. Ralph Bakshi found success making animation for adults with a risque style that, much like the man himself, people either love or hate. I love them. if for any other reason, just to see how many people would be offended watching them
Was
today.
is it
Why
Cool
does
Earth?
a great actor like James Earl Jones always have to play black men?
God, I love these movies.
What?
But with that
Also,
said,
rest in
the idea
peace,
of
I believe,
Ralph
right?
Bakshi making a Lord of the Rings movie seemed as odd as, well, Peter Jackson making a Lord of the Rings movie.
What
Much like
is
Jackson,
that?
though, Bakshi pushed the envelope of what could be done in his field and combined his weird take on the world with the love and respect he had for Tolkien's work. Thus, the film ambitiously tried a style of animation rarely tackled on such a grand scale, rotoscope. The art of
So
filming
it
your
was
subject
actually
and then
filmed.
animating over
That's
them
what I
to place
thought.
them in different styles and environments.
So it wasn't
Nowadays,
just
we do
animated.
this all the time with CG and motion capture, but back then, this was the closest you had to putting any character of any design in any
that
world
Gollum?
of any design. It was a type of filmmaking that would morph over the years into something that's now very common. With that said, it
was ahead of its
still
time.
didn't have the budget a film like this needed, resulting in a lot of inconsistencies and maybe some artistic choices that would make more sense in Fritz the Cat than Lord of the Rings. But that's also part of what makes it so unique.
I want to say it was Cool
It really
Earth.
isn't a film you can categorize in one box. So, even though I've compared this film to Jackson's in the past, I want to take a closer look at it just on its own.
I mean, it's based off
to
a
see what
book, so
works,
like,
what doesn't, and even
can't be
what
too
could
much-
never fall into either category. So let's look at the good, the bad, and whatever you call the strangeness of Bakshi.
Do you mind if I'm upside down for a minute?
no,
Sure.
that's fine.
Thank you.
That doesn't make sense, and therefore it's bad.
Boom! You're a dog set now.
So I
Oh.
am.
Fair enough. That's something he would
This
do.
is 1978's Lord of the Rings.
1978.
The film opens with simple but effective shadow play, giving the backstory about the One Ring to rule them all.
Is there no
and the Dark
Mordor
Lord
in this?
Sauron.
With the One Ring, Middle-earth is his, and he cannot be overcome.
Even the elves' dog and bunny impressions did nothing. The ring is chopped off and passed from person to person, eventually ending up in the hands of a hobbit named Gollum,
Of course.
who will look less like Doc Brown with Wreck-It Ralph hands. It's found by Bilbo Baggins the Hobbit, who takes it home to the Shire,
Okay, well, this is all pretty original.
currently being directed by Rankin-Bass, and decides
No idea
years
what that
later
is.
it's time to leave. His friend Gandalf the Wizard wishes him well-ish.
Have you left the ring for Frodo as we agreed?
It's mine, I tell you. My precious.
Do
Okay,
not
Gollum.
say that again.
Wow.
Don't make me slap you with my ring finger! Oh, that's right, I'm not married. Give me that.
Oh.
He snaps him back to his senses, and Bilbo leaves never to return.
17 years passed sleepily in the Shire.
In a very sloppy edit.
Oh. Wait, was it actually like that, or was it like over that slowly?
That was about a half hour from the Jackson film in 6 minutes. Usually there's bunnies or an ADD idiot required for such a crunch.
It's the ring, isn't it? Bilbo's funny magic ring. You always used to look like that when you talked about it.
That is one of the things you'll notice, though. Because it is so short and they have to cram in so
How
much,
short is it?
every scene counts. They have
I
to
mean,
make
it
you
was
feel
3
like this
movies,
world is
wasn't it?
real, establish these characters, make you like these characters, and squeeze in a buttload of story. And with almost 1/3 the running time
Ooh.
and 1/11 the budget, it's amazing they
Wait,
did this
the
as
budget
well
was
as they
88
did,
million?
usually keeping good pacing and an animation style that was very mature for its time. Compare this to what Disney was putting out a year earlier. There was usually big movements, goofy voices, kid-friendly stuff like most animation then. This moved more dramatic.
Yeah, there's 3 Lord of the Rings
quietly.
movies, right?
It wasn't afraid
Or
to
was there
give
one?
you slower moments.
I know there's 3
despite
Hobbit
being
movies,
in such
right?
a time crunch. But with that said, it is still a Bakshi film, which of course means there's gonna be some weird over-the-top moments as well. Like how about this weird pointing?
You are the one.
Why is the
Who has
hand not
ring
moving?
now?
Oh. Me? I don't.
What are you gonna do? Shoot me with that thing? Jesus!
Desk gun.
It's almost silent film acting, which creates a strange contrast sometimes with the usually grounded voiceovers.
Until he passes into the world of shadow.
So why did they make it animated versus like just
twirling towards freedom.
could like save on money on the
Frodo
set
sometimes gives a
maybe?
face like, what the hell is going on right now? Regardless, the film still
Or the
holds
actors?
your attention
I
as
don't know.
Gandalf tells Frodo the ring is evil and he cannot use it, as he will become too dangerous.
Then I suppose I must keep the ring and guard it. And I ought to go away somewhere alone. They won't bother the Shire if the ring isn't here.
I know I've said it before, but I really do like the way this film gets going better than the other one. I think a lot of that is because Frodo takes more initiative and responsibility in this.
Oh, not
he
the
doesn't
feet.
just solve a riddle and then
Oh,
fall or cry.
don't have this.
Sometimes
Don't.
both.
If
For all the
anything's
pros
blurred.
this movie has, though, it does cost us a Gamgee.
What have you heard? Why did you listen?
Oh, Mr. Frodo, sir.
What is that performance? Why are you acting that way? Stop it.
Don't let him turn me into anything unnatural.
Yeah, I guess
like
the
what?
idea of Sam was he was supposed to be the comedic levity, the same way Merry and Pippin were in the Jackson film. But, man, every time I see him, he gets worse.
Me go and see the elves? Oh, my.
Look at the face. Look at the face he's making.
On the one hand, I guess the exaggerated simplicity does make his dedication to Frodo all the more touching.
Oh, yeah, these two.
You're
That
not taking it
romance.
that way. I don't care anymore. But I'm sorry, the Sam from the book does not deserve doody-doo music.
The elf.
Despite Samite aid, Frodo starts his journey bringing Merry and Pippin along.
Cat
as Gandalf
hat.
meets
No, it's not
Saruman
cat
at
hat. That's
Skeletor's
green
hiding.
eggs and ham.
I have come for your aid in troubled times. The Nine are abroad. Darkness approaches. The Black Riders.
God, I want to start every conversation that way.
I would get somebody's attention.
I have come for your aid in troubled times. The Nine are abroad. Darkness approaches. The Black Riders.
Yeah.
I'm changing my number.
I'm honestly shocked it took you this long.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, there's that.
Gandalf discovers Saruman is totally Slytherin.
A new age is
It's a Harry
upon us.
Potter.
A new power is rising. You are saying that we should join with Mordor?
You are the worst Santa in our mall order. You wish the children happy life day, don't you?
Would you rather see the Dark Lord have it, or Saruman of many colors?
Saruman flashes Gandalf and leaves him on top of his tower via Jackson Pollock's staff. Our Hobbit friends aren't doing much better as they're confronted by a Black Rider.
And
I like how
vanish.
a little more twisted and otherworldly he looks, though the sounds he makes can be a little much. Was that a sound of defeat or a guy getting a blowjob
Oh,
while
wow.
stretching?
That's...
Pippin admit they're aware of Frodo's mission, and they're coming with him whether he likes it or not.
You can trust us to stick to you through thick and thin, to the bitter end. But you cannot trust us to let you face trouble alone and go off without a word.
It's funny, Merry and Pippin in this version feel more like real people, but not real people I know very well. Where in Jackson's film, they feel more like movie characters, but they're very fleshed out movie characters. While I like this version fine, I will admit I don't really know the difference between them, apart from Mary's the one that makes this weird Humphrey the Bear face.
What face?
Bless you, you deceitful scoundrels.
They make it to the end, where the animation looks a little...
Oh, wait, that doesn't even look like animation.
Too real? This is in
Yeah.
part because the cinematographer who shot the footage to rotoscope said he could solarize it, overexposing the film and coloring it to make it look more real and save time. On characters like
I don't even know if
Morse,
that's animated.
it's good, but on regular people, it doesn't gel as well as the more expressive
Those
lines.
just straight up are
The
people.
backgrounds you may notice also are a little inconsistent, sometimes bright and colorful, and other times more sketchy, like out of a book illustration.
Exactly. Less consistency means less art.
You say something, Colonel
Dingus?
It was her.
Huh?
What is that supposed to
Let's
be?
bring up a good question, Bakshi. Why do the backgrounds vary? I mean, sometimes they look like something out of Sleeping Beauty, and other times they don't even look entirely finished.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want one
Oh.
style like in the Jackson film?
Yes, it's a movie.
Pretty.
And consistent.
What was that?
Her again.
Oh.
You see, in animation,
Camera.
you're not just bound to one style. Like in American Pop, the backgrounds reflected the style of whatever time period we were in. So why not do the same
Razor.
thing with fantasy? In a calmer and more relaxed environment, you could go for more solid lines and cooler colors. In a more rustic environment, you could go for more of a paperback illustration. And in a more threatening environment, go more abstract and become more intense and otherworldly. You see, you can't do that in live action. Only animation. Why settle for one style of fantasy when you could have several?
Valid.
Certainly throwing everything at the dartboard to see what sticks.
Actually, that inspires me.
Really?
What? Oh.
Not Walk Mary is exposed to confunk and passes out. Back at the end, the hobbits come across Aragorn, played by John Hurt. A lot of people took issue that he looked different from the book, having more of a Native American design. Imagine replacing a white dude with a different ethnicity. Actually, telling me the live-action reference for Frodo was a woman. But John
Wait,
Hurt's performance still gives me chills for how good it is.
Lothlorien is a place of healing. There is no evil in it.
Is it actually like the voice actors?
I can see
like,
Viggo Mortensen as a ranger, but
on
not as king. This
that are
dude,
voice. That's the same voice as the people that are like motion
Even when
capturing.
he says lines like this.
They'll come on you in the wild.
Okay, that's a different Bakshi movie.
What?
Oh, no, I've seen them!
Oh, son of a bitch! I don't need this. I was the first one to die in Alien.
Save us.
Strider came to offer me his help.
In your place, I wouldn't take up with a ranger out of the wild.
Did I mention my split personality? It changes opinions in literally seconds.
For no reason.
In your place, I wouldn't take up with a ranger out
What
of
is
the
that
wild.
rolling of the R?
I really love how
Hi,
Aragorn makes
Timon.
it clear he's not messing around in this scene, though it is a little jaded when you see his weapon.
If I wanted the ring for myself, I could have it. Now.
Why is it broken?
The full sword was supposed to come out of that. Please be intimidated. Just imagine it's sharp at the
I
end
mean,
of that.
hey, that means he
Hobbits
used
agreed to
it
go with
and
him,
lived.
Later that night, the Black Riders sneak in and give a harsh wake-up call.
Wait, what? With swords, and there's nobody there?
Use your words, Frank. He's always like this when he doesn't get his Applejacks. What the hell?
His Applejacks. Applejacks is underrated cereal.
The Black Riders, and they make their way toward Weathertop.
But Luthien Tenuvia
Weathertop
was the daughter of a king of elves.
It's pretty cool that Aragorn tells a story that will mirror his own, with an elf falling in love with a human, sacrificing her immortality for him. And it's nice foreshadowing, even if it's only explored in the Jackson films.
She followed him. And so he was her doom.
I'm guessing that
But
was...
he was her love as well.
It was in the stories,
Her
right?
life force was also tied to a ring of power. For absolutely no reason. Yeah, that will never make sense.
I'm not super familiar with Lord of the Rings. I watched it like so long ago, like almost 10 years ago probably.
Hi, guy.
Oh, in the arm?
Are chased off, and the shard slowly starts to make its way into Frodo's heart. No, I thought Arwen wasn't in this movie.
Legolas, dude.
Legolas, played by Anthony Daniels.
Legolas is
and I
awesome.
never did mind that both versions switched up who they come across, as in the book they're approached by Glorfindel.
Who?
Exactly. So I think
Who?
this makes more sense.
I have been on the road
That was
for
so
9
good.
days. Mr. Frodo's been on the road a lot longer than that, and he needs a rest.
Am I gonna have to cut a hobbit? The Black Riders.
Does anybody
catch up
not
on
like
them. They have
Legolas
Aragorn
in the
to protect them.
live-action
They
movies?
have Legolas to protect.
Fly, the enemy is upon us.
You know, Frodo, just run.
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure why everything goes slower here, like he put the ring on, or why Frodo suddenly sounds like a 10-year-old in this one line. Go back! Maybe he went through the same 5 puberties the Sword and the Stone kid did.
Oh, Sir Actor! Whoa, what?
But the scene is still creepy.
Haven't
Like
seen
something
that
out of
one,
a
I don't
fever
think.
dream.
What are you wearing?
They sound nice. Take a chance.
No, I'm
River
good.
rises up against the evil riders, and Frodo wakes up in Rivendell.
Verily I come.
Hi, Gandalf.
No, never.
Get off me, Sam!
Yes, I am here.
They heal Frodo up, and Gandalf tells him how he escaped from Saruman.
The great eagle Gwahir came in answer to my call. Saruman has never paid enough attention to animals.
Much to his
Okay.
father, Sam Eagle's discontent.
Freckles 1, Civilization 0.
I don't know what
Reunited
that
with
is
Bilbo,
from.
who, naturally, wants to see the One Ring one more time.
He's going crazy. Oh, was he about to hit him?
They call a council where many have different ideas what should be done with the One Ring.
I am Boromir.
Are you a
In
Viking?
dream, I heard a voice crying to me, "Seek for the sword that was broken."
Here is the sword of Elendil of Gondor.
Okay, I know I said I wouldn't do that many comparisons to the Jackson films, as I really do like them more and I think they're better put together, but God, I love how they talk in this film. It's in the other version too, but you also have pandering lines like central nervous systems and dwarf women have beards and mission quest thing. Here, they just go for it.
I mean, they don't have
talks
a lot
with
of
that
time.
epic demeanor that was in the book. When someone starts off a sentence with "in a dream," I actually want to know what that dream's
It must be
about,
important they're
as
talking
opposed
about
to
it
that
just like
friend
that.
who's just going to end the sentence with, "Isn't that weird?"
In a dream, I heard a voice crying to me, "Seek for the sword that was broken."
And you had these wooden teeth.
How do you like that?
Says it
Oh,
makes
really?
no sense for him to go to Mordor and drop the ring into Mount Doom. Thus, the Fellowship is formed
so they
to
do go
help
to
him
Mordor.
on his journey. The storm gets too powerful, though, so they discuss the possibility of going through the mines of Moria.
We might go by way of the Gap of Rohan.
That would take the ring too close to Isengard and Aruman.
Okay, I always
And
wondered,
Aruman.
Bakshi, how come half the time they don't say Saruman,
The
they
background's
say Aruman?
changing.
They drop the S.
Yeah, why?
Well, that was the studio's fault.
Why?
Really?
Huh?
It's like an odd call.
Oh yeah,
What?
no, get this.
How?
Halfway through, one of the producers decided that Sauron and Saruman sounded so similar. So he decided to change his name to Aruman.
To the wizard Aruman. And Aruman.
Perhaps it should have been his friend Aruman.
What, halfway through?
It's Aruman.
By the time I found this out, the lines were already recorded, and I couldn't get every actor back to re-record them.
Really? You couldn't do ADR?
Well, we did it in one scene.
But he said to leave as soon as we could. And Merry and Pippin insisted on coming with us as
Oh.
far as Bree.
Okay, maybe it's best you didn't try.
Yeah.
I guess I could have made an S sound and put it at the beginning of his name.
How long since Aruman? Only because Aruman is kind. Aruman's poison too close to Isengard and Aruman.
S, just S.
That means it's better.
It's Stranger. I mean, if he's going for Strange, he got it. He nailed it if he's going for Strange.
This species
That's
is
a woodpecker.
known as a woodpecker.
Yes.
He nibbles at trees to find bugs for nourishment. This species is
Squirrel.
known as a squirrel.
Apparently only
He
has one
nibbles at
syllable.
trees because he is stupid. But alas, what have we here? The rare breed of HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit. Observe, if you will, the pre-measured ingredients and mouth-watering
I can't observe
seasonal
that.
recipes delivered right to your
I-
door.
I
allowing
can't.
you to skip those trips to the grocery store and making cooking at home fun, easy, and affordable.
I mean, I cook
Here
at
is
home.
HelloFresh
I eat
with
the
some
same thing
monkeys. Few
5 times a
people
week.
know that monkeys
Well, I
love
meal prep
being
twice a week.
HelloFresh sponsorships, especially ones that have.
I get groceries
monkeys.
one day a
They
week.
also love that HelloFresh.
I cook 2 meal
recipes are
preps.
delicious. There's something for everyone, including
And then I'm good.
low-calorie, vegetarian, and family-friendly recipes every week. Here is HelloFresh
Whoa.
with some bears. Fear not, there are no bears in these recipes.
Oh,
but
sure?
with HelloFresh, you can eat more
Bears are
sustainably.
so cute.
For
I want a
HelloFresh's
pet.
pre-portioned ingredients
I want a pet
means
bear.
there's less prep for you and less food waste. Here is HelloFresh
Aw.
with a bunny. HelloFresh is often confused for a bunny, but he
Is
is
it?
not. He is HelloFresh, which is flexible
Yeah, I
and fits your
literally
lifestyle.
just
Easily change your
cook
delivery
chicken.
days or food preferences and skip a week whenever you
It's
need.
super
Here is
basic,
HelloFresh
and I
trying to
eat
cheer
it
this
multiple
puppy
times a
up.
week for years.
That's a downer. You know it's not a downer.
Saves a
though.
lot of time and money. I don't have to
HelloFresh-
think about
HelloFresh has
what I want to
donated over
eat, you know?
2.5 million
When you think about how much
meals to
time
charity in 2019,
you spend
this
just
year
trying to
is
decide
stepping
what
up
to
their
eat,
food
you know?
donations
It's
amid
like,
the
oh, what do I want to
coronavirus
eat today?
crisis.
I never had to ask
The great
myself that
things
question.
about HelloFresh is that I personally cannot cook, but
I love
with their
cooking.
easy to make recipes, I can make extraordinary meals in no time at all. Here's HelloFresh
This will look
with
pretty
an
good.
antelope. What am I supposed to say to that? I don't know. But you can get a special offer. Go to hellofresh.com/critic80 and use the promo code critic80 to get a total of
Wow,
$80
$80
off,
off?
including free shipping on your first box. Again,
That's
that's hellofresh.com
multiple weeks of food for
and use
me.
the code critic80 to get $80 off.
That's crazy.
Additional restrictions apply. Please visit hellofresh.com for more details. This was a man
Aw.
thinking he could do a British
I don't know if
accent
that's a
saying,
wolf or not.
"Bonjour, amigos."
It might be a
As
coyote.
the Brits say.
I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure wolves are like massive. And now we're back
Like
to
our
this.
videos?
Oh,
Subscribe to be
why
notified
is our number beside dislike
Actually be
button?
notified about them? Click on that bell.
Hope you are as well, because
Also,
this
don't
is the
forget
new
to
channel.
Check us out on Twitch, playing some games, telling some jokes, and overall having a good time. Hope to see you there.
I also stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday from 5 to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You're seeing this video on Monday, which means I'm streaming the Minecraft today, my ancient city
Makes it to the mine's
restoration
entrance when
and
tentacle
survival.
hentai
And I
grabs
stream.
Frodo.
What?
Oh, thank God, I'm saved. I love how Boromir pushes Sam like he's not even helping him.
He's not.
He can't
Let the
even
adults
stand
work.
after such a light nudge. Yes, Sam, you're saving the day. Piss off and play with your G.I. Joes, little idiot.
Into the gateway, all of you.
And stay in!
Oh, okay.
They slowly but surely
Hey,
make
shut-
their way through, with Gandalf staying calm and collected.
Be quiet, Pippin. Be still. What's that? Be quiet, both of you. Throw yourself in next time.
I don't want to stay here.
You shouldn't.
I almost slapped you! But orcs attack.
Orcs, 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 orcs. Oh, in the foot.
Me. Mouseketeers. Yeah, she was a Mouseketeer too. Spin the wheel of random.
Come no closer, I warn you!
Why are they gonna stop? Why would they stop? It's one person. Why?
Could you stab yourselves next? That'd be very helpful.
Seriously, why did they just
By
listen
the
to him?
Balrog, and Gandalf breaks the bridge, causing him to fall. Which, seeing how he has
Run.
wings, I question.
Oh, wait.
Takes Gandalf
That's not in
with him,
there.
And our heroes mourn by leaning on each other. Literally, Legolas leans on Pippin. What the hell?
He's Legolas. He can do what he wants.
Wood. Is there no way less perilous?
They make it to Lothlorien, which looks pretty and all, but something about Galadriel and Celeborn always looked like they were part of a furniture showroom.
I am Galadriel, and this is my lord Celeborn.
I can see that.
Welcome to our variety show. I'm a little bit country. I'm a little bit rock and roll. The elves sing a song about Gandalf, which sadly isn't played in its entirety. Check
Why?
out the full song if you can. It's actually quite beautiful. And Galadriel brings Sam and Frodo to
Why
a
is she so
fountain
blue?
to see what could be in their future.
And not all have yet come to pass. Some never come to be.
So,
What?
like YouTube conspiracy theories.
Pretty much, yes.
Feeling the weight of the ring, Frodo offers it to Galadriel.
I will give you the one ring if you ask for it. It's too great a matter for me.
No, don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Galadriel's house, bitches.
Just evil. All the power.
Set up a queen, stronger than the foundations of the earth. All shall love me and despair.
Oh, is that what it does? I had no idea. They leave Lothlorien and continue on
Oh, is this going to be the fight scene
And the house of
down the river?
For Gondor and the city of Minas Tirith.
I'm not putting my sword down till you do. I had it up first. Mine was more poetic. Fine, we'll just stand like this the whole boat ride. Great.
That's gonna get tiring.
Splendid. I have to pee. Me too. Boromir confronts Frodo, asking for the ring to defend his people, but Frodo refuses, knowing it will turn anyone who wears it to evil.
For themselves, they may be right.
So did he not wear it at all in this?
Elves and wizards, but true-hearted men will not be corrupted.
You don't keep track of American anything, do you?
Oh.
Boromir tries to take it for himself.
Oh,
and
no, he
Frodo
did put it on.
flees. Sam finds him trying to sneak away on a boat.
If I hadn't have guessed right, where would you be now?
Safely on my way.
Safely.
All alone and without me to help you?
What are you offering?
Conversation, they're not aware that they're technically rowing in opposite directions. It'd be so funny if everyone got to the Black Gate and Return of the King, and it was like for Frodo.
Oh. And they're just sitting there, just going back and forth.
3 more movies just wondering where the hell they are. Merry and Pippin, though, come across orcs nearby.
Oh, and here we go with the saturation stuff again.
Vertically impaired. Boromir tries to save them, but in a grisly scene right out of Game of Thrones, arrow after arrow leads to his bloody death.
Boromir.
Oh, you'll be fine.
No, he won't.
To Minas Tirith. Save my people.
I will go.
My animation might be a little Bible school, but I'll get there.
It is.
Boromir dies, and the remaining
Oh, the
fellowship
Viking
decide
funeral.
to go after Merry and Pippin, captured by the orcs.
Orcs. The fact that they're actually letting them run and not just carrying
You're in
them.
pain, but he had to sound like Shemp Howard drowning?
Who?
They're stopped by Aromir's men, and I will admit this is the only part of the movie that really drags.
Oh.
It's kind of confusing, but I think
Who's
they're at a
on whose
standstill,
side?
And every once in a while, one may attack, and then they're at a standstill again.
Why?
All looks pretty ugly. The biggest fight seems to
The
be with
eyes
the orcs
moving.
deciding how many arrows to use.
No shooting, wasting arrows, dunghill swine.
And you 6 on the left, move! You look like Vegas mimes who died.
It's no good groping in the dark.
Well,
Whoa, whoa.
One of the
Good
soldiers
shot.
saves them, and
Legolas?
they escape to come across a talking
No,
tree.
soldier, I guess.
Not a tree herder.
Bet you didn't know Christopher Lee was in both these versions. I think he even modeled for this one.
You may
Wait.
call me.
Oh. Okay. I was about to say, really?
Odd
No.
name. Isn't that like calling a person Manstache? Awkward animation at 12 o'clock.
Tree killing orcs and their masters.
What? Why are they
Their
clapping?
applause need a minute to load? What was that? Meanwhile, Frodo and Sam are approached by the walking turd Gollum, who is not very cooperative.
0 out of 10.
Might prove useful again, Sam.
No.
Jesus, it's like asking a Karen to put on a mask.
Wait, when was this video? Oh, 4 years ago.
Calm
Okay.
down and lead them to Mount Doom while Aragorn and the others have a surprise visitor of their own. I am Gandalf. That moment passed.
Yeah, he's back as Gandalf
happened after
the
Balrog fell.
White?
Until at last he fled back up the secret ways of Moria, above the mists of the world.
Wait, no, you're supposed to have landed on top of another mountain. Yeah, how did they explain that?
Don't worry about
He
it.
tells them of the attack that's about to occur on Helm's Deep, and the importance of getting King Theoden to protect it.
Theoden has grown old and leaves everything in the hands of his new minister, Reimer Wormtongue.
What
He was
in
going
the
to go
huh?
with another advisor, Shirley Happy Truth Teller, but he had a gut feeling about the name Wormtongue, you know?
Yeah.
So they followed
Can you
Gandalf
blame
the
him?
White
I can't
and
blame him.
Grey, or
I'd do the
Kay
same.
White, and they put Wormtongue in his place. Theoden is told about his lies and asks Grimer if he truly is.
There
working
is
for
no
Sauron.
war in Ba Sing Se.
Is it so?
Send him to Lake Legali.
Count as a no.
My sister-daughter.
Sister-daughter? Whoa, what?
Eowyn, my only loyal kin.
My
Sister-daughter.
backstory is... Oh, never mind.
Ew,
Just over 2
that's-
hours, forgot.
What?
Theoden
Huh?
gets his army ready, leading to one of the film's more cryptic moments.
Aragorn, my lord, is there any hope for us?
No. Why is the horse
Does
standing
that
still?
count as a no? Okay,
Now
you
it's
need to
moving.
read the room.
The black screen.
The armies are in place, the sky goes red, and we begin. Honestly, a really friggin' awesome battle.
Oh, this one's good?
red
The other
makes
one was
these
bad,
orcs
but this
look
one's
like
good?
Something right out of hell. The music is just as cryptic as anything from Howard Shore's score, and this is the first time an animated film could show a battle with hundreds of people on a scale like this.
Well, nowadays, you would just CGI all that shit.
Yeah.
But we couldn't do that. So we had to film the armies attacking the castle, and then not only draw over them, but place more soldiers in the background so it appeared larger than it was.
Well, yeah.
But even knowing that, there's still a battle you had to shoot
Yep.
outside a castle with all these extras.
Yeah, it took forever to set those shots up. In fact, after God knows how long to get all the extras in place and their actions synchronized, a producer yelled, "Launch!" before I could even get the shot.
No way.
So some of the footage you see is literally them walking to lunch.
Oh, so that's why some of them are
But they're carrying all their stuff?
Yes, but the
they're carrying the
background of
swords?
the film had more stunts and looked more realistic, therefore it was better.
Oh,
It's
yeah, well,
way
sure,
newer.
you could do more stunts when you're freaking invincible. They leap into certain death 1,000,000 times and never get a scratch on them. If I did that, they'd say I made it too cartoony. I knew if I wanted people to take it seriously,
He
it
has
had
a
to be more
point.
violent and gory. When someone gets hacked, it really feels like someone's getting hacked.
Oh,
They
okay.
don't always have the best strategies.
What is going
though.
on?
Like, look here. Arrows are being
With the
fired
makeup.
and no one takes cover.
That's your biggest problem? How about asking why they're using a battering ram on a wall with the doors right there?
Oh,
Huh?
yeah.
Well,
Wait, did you just help make my point?
yes.
Well, I mean, that depends. Is that you screaming from a monster's mouth?
Oh God, not again!
Oh, Malcolm.
Yeah, I thought I'd give you a break, sweetie.
Oh, really? No.
That's very common.
No! Shout out to Asuna.
Oh no, Emerald Boom is attacking with his fireworks.
Say hot dogs?
Saruman sends his magic to break down the walls, forcing the armies to retreat into the caves.
I will not end here. Will you ride with me then? We may make such an end as will be worth a song.
Who'd
sing What? the
song?
Maroon 5? I'm out. Let's see how
What's
Frodo
wrong with
is.
Maroon 5?
Mustn't rest here, silly hobby.
They're fine. Back to the kick-ass battle. After a great scene where they sound the charging horn, which confuses the orcs, so they run away, it's actually really funny. Rohan rides out and gets a few good kills before they appear to be outnumbered. The film does a good job making you think this might actually be their last stand before, you know, everything started that
Well,
fake out.
oh,
But Gandalf brings
dude,
an army
Battle of
in
the
time,
Bastards.
as well as the theme to Star Trek 4.
I like how I can see that one picture and know exactly
Towards
what he's
Gandalf
talking
throws
about.
his sword in the air, it presumably falls on Legolas. Didn't even get to 3PO joke. And we're given one of the main reasons people hated this movie
Why?
when it first came out.
Why?
The first part of the history of the War of the Ring.
The first part?
Yep. Nobody was told this was a two-parter.
Was there a second part?
Saying people would be pissed. The film was advertised as simply Lord of the Rings.
Not Lord of the Rings
Not
1.
Part 1, not Fellowship of the Ring, not even the Two Towers, just Lord of the Rings, all in one movie. Both newcomers and fans of the books were furious. To the point
yeah,
where
because
when
they probably
released
wanted
on
this for
DVD,
forever.
The longer narration made it very clear this was part 1, despite there never being a part 2.
So too ends the first great tale of
That's okay.
Rings.
That's not
The thought
okay.
was folks
Well,
wouldn't pay
okay,
to
that's
see
not
only one
okay.
half of a movie.
Whatever.
Not knowing they'd
It's
be even more
1:30 in the
pissed if they
morning.
were straight up lied to.
Huh, so the film was such a disappointment they never made a sequel.
No.
Not exactly. Rankin Bass, the people who made the animated Hobbit, also made an animated Return of the King.
Oh.
It's completely different in style, but it does wrap up the story if anyone wanted to see an animated
How
ending.
many different Lord of the Rings movies are there?
So hard, no one would dare dream to make another.
Actually, despite the hate it gets, it was a financial success.
What?
In fact, it inspired other adaptations of Lord of the Rings, including a popular radio production that even brought in some of the actors from the film. The sequel wasn't made because so many people were pissed off at it, and Bakshi eventually had a falling out with the producers.
Well, whatever. As long as people hate it.
Why do
Certainly
you
many
celebrate
of those,
hate?
But I really feel like something's being lost by completely dismissing it. Bakshi's film is like a rustic, beautiful mug, compared to Jackson Films, which is like a polished, highly manufactured, beautiful mug.
Well,
this
yeah,
one is
the budget's a lot
technically
higher.
better made and has fewer flaws, but there's still admirable artistry and effort put
It-
into the flaws.
it is old,
They're
like,
both
it's
impressive
advanced for what it
works in their own
was.
Right. Jackson even took inspiration from Bakshi's film, lifting some scenes directly from this version and even ending Two Towers at the same point, despite the book not ending there. The
Oh,
film
really?
is also reportedly what got Jackson into the Lord of the Rings books. And I'll
Seriously?
admit, the same can be
You
said
would
for
not
me.
have the Lord of the
When I
Rings
saw this film,
Jackson
it was
movies if it
unlike
wasn't for
any
this.
other animated film I'd ever seen. I immediately wanted to know more about this world and was blown away that a realistic style very similar to Disney could be taken so seriously for adults.
Yeah, I remember when anything
The books, I
animated was seen
more
as
amazed at
childish.
How much was the same as opposed to how much was left out. Remember, adaptations back then took even more liberties than films today. There was no internet yet for fans to complain about the
Dude,
differences.
that right there is just,
And
those are just
maybe
people.
because we do have other film versions now, it is growing a bit of a fan base. You see it referenced in things like South Park, and people are digging it as kind of the grindhouse version of the epic story. It's the low-budget take that probably bit off more than it could chew, but it's such an artistic mouthful. Look, I get people who don't like it. I really do. Its problems are very obvious. But to dismiss the entire film of having no value is to ignore some brilliant artistry, wonderful acting, and stylistic storytelling. It's flawed, but even its flaws have
And
a
also it's
strange kind
old.
of beauty to them.
Here's the thing, if the Jackson movies didn't exist, would this be seen as that bad?
Still
You
engagingly
know?
unique. This is one of the most artistically
But you
pleasing
compare it to like some of the best movies
adaptations
ever made, kind of. I think people
Well,
say
I
they're
totally
some of the best.
Really?
No, I just don't want Bashki to go insane again.
Well, that's my secret, Cap. I'm always insane.
Okay, Hulk.
With the weather vane spin, alas, it's time to leave.
Wait, Bakshi! Will you ever return?
Yes.
When the wind changes, dear lad. When the wind changes.
Why then?
It's intentionally vague. That way I can come back whenever.
Okay. Wings, goodbye. That's what. And now he goes outside. I love how they're rotating.
So long, Ralph Bakshi. Don't stay away too long.
He'll be back.
Do whatever I want, you Nixon voting crypto bastard!
What?
Oh, I lost my Tamor.
Oh no. And
Oh my! Oh, hooray!
Oh, I thought it might have been the dark dude looking for the
Hey,
ring.
Walker here doing the charity shout
Oh,
out.
charity shout out.
Not
Usually,
you if you saw last week's charity shout out, I am wearing the exact same Mr. Bill shirt because I actually did these back to back.
How this would
here,
usually
but,
work is whatever this video makes the first day we go to that. But as this channel is not monetized yet,
preemptive love.
Kind of can't do
and
that,
what they do
unfortunately.
Normally is their coalition stretching across
Why is there a
Iraq,
picture on his
Syria,
PC?
the United States and beyond, working
Look at
together
the side
to
of his
unmake
PC.
violence and create a more beautiful world. A wonderful charity.
Also, is that
a
Elizabeth
wonderful
from
mission,
Bioshock Infinite?
But they are also working specifically with battling the coronavirus and what they're doing for that.
Yeah.
They're rushing food to thousands of refugees
That was the
and
thing.
communities
Almost 5 years
locked
ago.
down with no other way to eat.
Crazy.
They're providing urgent medical care to families in
been
Syria
5
and
years.
Venezuela border. I can talk. Border
I can't.
now facing the double threat
I have
of COVID-19.
one more video to record,
They're
and it's
creating
like
digital jobs that
an
can be
hour
done
long,
anywhere,
and it's
whether you're stuck
AM.
at home by the virus or forced to flee by war. And their
But yeah, this is on the
CEO
new
is
channel.
even cutting
The Duck Goes
his
Too.
pay to $0 to protect the
That's
investment
sick.
in relief and jobs for their refugee friends, as well as their team of 100+ people who make this work possible. So this is not only a wonderful organization, but like many of the charities we promote on here, it has 4 stars on Charity Navigator. And
I
they
have
just do
donated
really
so many
fantastic
charities
work.
because of
So
Nostalgia
please
Critic.
see if you
It's
can
actually
donate to them.
crazy.
If not, just spread
So
the
many
word,
things get
spread
sent
the
to my
word
mail.
of all the good
So many
people doing
emails.
good work, 'cause there are
So many
many
text
out there, and
messages.
They deserve so much
It's
attention. So
nuts.
take a look when you have time, and I'll see you next time. Take care.
And I'm fairly certain they actually, I want to say they actually cost money for me. Not only do I donate that, but then I also pay taxes on that money, and I'm double taxed because self-employed. So then I'm having to pay that, and then I'm paying money on top of that because I have to pay the tax percentage of what I donate as well. Because, taxes. It's fun. It's great. Oh, yes. We love that. But this is the animated Lord of the Rings by Ralph Bakshi. And he's absolutely insane. I want to say it was Cool Earth was the other video. I wonder if it's going to pop up as other things that are suggested or... No, other reactions? Other reactions. Where... No. Oh, hey. Oh, yeah. That was 2 years ago. That was a long time ago. That was several thousands of videos ago. Okay, I guess it's just not going to pop up ever. That's cool. Brave Little Toaster. I didn't know about that until Nostalgia Critic. Nope, no clue. Not a clue. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Nonetheless, I will be reading your comments. Let me know what the next video should be. And shout out to the patrons, because I could not do this if it was not for them. And I hope you're subscribed to the new channel as we're trying to build this channel up. And this is where Nostalgia Critic videos should be for the foreseeable future. I would hope so. But I don't think it was that bad. I think it's kind of overblown saying that it's bad. I don't think it's awful, especially for the year it came out. And I think it only looks bad just compared to the Jackson films. And because the Jackson films are just amazing. But let me know what you think. I'll be reading your comments. But until next video, take care and key to music.
We were playing